there getting started on my live. What? Somehow I made it work. The other one that I had posted and scheduled, I couldn't get to pull up. So I'm live here in Dallas, Texas. Across the street real quick. Just got my coffee. Apologize for the way I look. A little tired this morning. Just woke up, had my coffee. Got a guy following me. It's kind of weird. A lot of traffic here in Dallas this morning. These folks are getting ready to go to work. A little bit noisy. So yesterday I took you folks on a walk. The sun is pretty bright. I walked the opposite direction over to Greenville Avenue. Now this morning I walked just 3 minutes from my house to this little shopping center, like I say, which is the opposite of where I went yesterday. Here's a bagel shop that is kind of a Dallas icon. On the weekends they'll have a line, or a queue as you call it, all the way down the sidewalk there. Now I just got my coffee over there. Hey Carol, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. Good morning to me. Got my coffee over there at Juju's Coffee. You can see behind me. Right next to that is an apartment complex. Hey Nathan, good to see you. And over there at Juju's Coffee, they roast and grind their beans fresh. It's so delicious. Got this right here. Oh, hello, someone that disappeared, but that'll pop back up. So nice of y'all to be watching. So I'm going to take you someplace a little bit different this morning. Let's see, popping up there. Boy, Neil, don't know if Wayne with W-A-Y-N-E. He's asking how to spell the name right. But hello, good morning. Is Wayne not a common name in the UK? I think I've seen some Waynes in my comments, so there must be a few. Hello to, so hard for me to see because of the sun, but hello to everyone who's tuning in. I appreciate that. So I'm going to take you for a little bit of a walk. Good to see you too. Down to another historic area and a little bench where I like to sit. Wow, there's a lot of folks going to work this morning. I know you folks there. Halfway through your day. Hello. Oh, it's sunny there. That's good, Carol. So the temperature here today is going to reach about 28 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be pretty warm. The good thing about the weather right now, even though it's kind of warm for this time of year, is it's not humid. In the summer, now I know some folks think Texas is a dry heat, but that's really not true at all. Yeah, 206 in the UK, 15 degrees Celsius. So in Dallas, the summers are super humid. So it'll just sit on top of this super hot, humid heat. I'm waiting for the crosswalk here. And that's what causes our storms. So when cool air joins that hot, humid heat that will sit on us for months on end, then that spurs off these storms and tornadoes. Now out in West Texas, where it's desert, let's see, it's warm. Yeah, it is warm. Out in West Texas, where it's desert area, dry heat, they don't get tornadoes. They don't get those massive storms. But here in Dallas, a lot of folks don't know that it's very humid. That's also true of Houston, San Antonio, and even Austin gets its fair share of humidity. Cities like El Paso are very dry, but El Paso is a good 10 hours from me. So, okay, now let me safely cross this crosswalk. So, I don't know if you can see, but way down the street there is the downtown skyline of Dallas. I'm about 4 miles from downtown Dallas. So yeah, it's nice weather here today, I'm not gonna lie, and it's nice that it's not humid. So I'm taking you to a place, my favorite bench over here. I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up on my channel. Behind me over here is a little pub that's just known by the locals, Cosmos. That's where you can find your local folks, older folks, not the children that you might find in some of the bars around here. There's an older crowd. Dallas is a university town, has a big college here. We call them colleges a lot of times, but SMU is in Dallas, and a lot of young folks come here. Oh, finally got out of the sun. So, taking you over to a neighborhood or a little place in Dallas where I like to walk. I want to talk about what's coming up on my channel, and that tomorrow I've got a reaction. I'm going to continue the blank series. That'll come out in the morning. They're day 5 on their trip to England. I believe they're in Oxford. And taste testing Greg's, which I'm super interested in because I hear so much about Greg's. I don't know, let me know. Are you a fan? Any of you guys fans out there? Do you like Greg's? Do you not like Greg's? So I've got that video coming out tomorrow. And then about an hour after that, my reaction to Liverpool. Hey Carol, here from Liverpool, right? I think I got a few other subscribers from Liverpool. Yeah, Carol, it's pretty warm today. And someone else is a subscriber of the blank, so watch for that continuation of the series tomorrow. After Liverpool and the blanks, the next day, I've got coming History of Britain in 20 minutes, as well as I'm going to continue the blanks series. Now I'm getting to the street I'm headed to. Oh, Greg's is lovely. Oh, it's good to know. So right over here behind me is a rather large house. Normally that house has German flags flying. Yeah, I'm doing good, Ben. Good to see you. Ben's one of my first subscribers along with Helen. Always good to see you in the comments there. I'm glad you're watching. So I'm on a street now called Swiss Avenue in Dallas. Swiss Avenue, this section is what is referred to as the Swiss Avenue Mansions. So in Dallas, this was an area that was first settled, afternoon, Katie, that was first settled in the early parts and days of Dallas. There's a house behind me. Greg's will be doing a festive bake soon. Okay, not sure what that is. Not meant to be luxury food, it's just good and affordable. Hope the rule, Carol says, hope the review of the pool doesn't concentrate on the Beatles too much. Well, tune in for that because I kind of addressed that. You're known for the Beatles at the very beginning, at the intro of the comments, where I talk a little bit about what Dallas is known for and how I don't really like what Dallas is known for. And probably us Dallas folks get tired of hearing about it, and that may be true of the Beatles. But I do love the Beatles. Oh, let's see. Sam, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Sorry, just got up and this is my first coffee. So Swiss Avenue is a street founded in the early days of Dallas where the rich people decided we're going to move over here and get about 5 miles outside of downtown. This was, away from downtown and the riffraff. So this street, the Swiss Avenue Mansions as they're called, very historic, built in the early 1900s. These houses they start about 750,000 pounds and they go out to just under 4 million pounds is what they cost here in the US. So quite an expensive street to live on. I hope you can see these houses. Oh, some very cute houses in the background. Oh yeah, it's definitely overpriced. I'm gonna cross over the street. Not supposed to do this. I'm jaywalking right now. I'm currently breaking the law. There is a cop I can see a cop right down the street. they don't normally care unless it's a busy street. So I'm crossing. You can see in the middle of the street a big green passageway. These trees behind me, mostly, this one is what's called a live oak. It's an oak tree, a type of oak tree. They're evergreen. They stay green year round. They don't drop their leaves. On the other side of me is a magnolia tree, which the South is famous for. Magnolia trees are also evergreen and don't drop their leaves. So I'm crossing the street. Yeah, it's beautiful scenery. Yes. Let's see, I don't know. Someone lives near Hadrian's Wall. It's hard for me to read a little bit. Carol says my sister was at art school same time as John Lennon. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, smoking weed in the basement. Well, you know, if I had a chance to smoke weed with John Lennon, I for sure would. I'm gonna switch hands if I can. Tough here because I'm holding coffee in one hand. Ugh. So these houses quite expensive to live, and but beautiful, beautiful houses. I like to just walk here. Several folks you'll see walking down the street, walking their kiddos in strollers. Someone's coming now. I like to walk the dogs on this street. It's just a good street to walk. Let's see what I got. Always seems strange to me that the land of the free don't like crossing roads. You know, we're also the land of the litigious. The U.S., I believe. Well, I know we have more lawsuits than anything else in any other country. I particularly like this house, very cute. And so, yeah, it's just to keep us from suing each other about who hit who and who had the right of way. If you're in the crosswalk, you're safe. They hit you, you can sue them. If you're not, you're on your own. So that solves that problem quick. But yeah, very popular street to walk, full of just old trees. There's another live oak. Both sides of this street are just million dollar homes in the U.S. But pretty cool architecture. So we can do a Q&A. If you want to ask me anything, go ahead and ask me anything. I'll answer most anything that you want to ask. I'm gonna get down here to this bench, sit down, and we can live stream a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but this house was built in 1917 by William R. and Minnie Bookout Harris, the founding law partner of Thompson and Knight. So it's a mission revival style. I don't know, could you see that? I don't know if that was good or bad to do. But, so yeah, some of these houses have historical markers. This one in particular does. Beautiful house. Here is a marker. It says it's called the Harris Savage House. Harris Savage McAllister House. The Harris Savage House goes back to 1843. Anyway, a lot of historical stuff. Oh, I'm coming up to a lawnmower. I think I might cross the street again and try to avoid that. You know, the funny thing is, yeah, those are nice, lovely houses. Is that cop, he turned around. He came right past by me again. For sure, he saw me crossing the street, but he didn't. So, crossing again just so I could avoid the noise of that lawnmower. Now I got the coffee in my wrong hand again. But yeah, I'm gonna head down to this bench and we can chat a little more if you want to ask me some questions. I'll let you know when I get here. But I do enjoy living in this part of Dallas. Of course, my home is not anything like this, but it is just a short walk away. Have I ever let's see, hello from Wells. Have I ever tasted British food? Well, I don't. You know, without being to Britain, I can't say that I have. Now, I've tasted American style British food, I guess, but you know, I've had pasties. I just put out that video. I've had U.S. pasties. You know, had fish and chips. Let's see. I'm sure, you know, I've eaten at what we call British restaurants here in the U.S. Have I had apple pie? Yeah, I've had apple pie. We make a lot of apple pie. Even though I do know it was invented in the UK. But as I get down closer to this little bench, yeah, I think it's some questions you might want to ask me. Have you ordered the treacle yet? You know, I found out that I can get treacle here in Dallas. It's just not commonly on our stores. You know, I love to cook, and I would definitely make some of these British foods. Now, if you follow any of my food videos, you'll know that bacon baps. Yeah, I'm really interested in baps. Yeah, they look delicious. I saw somebody try those. I think it was the Blanks had a cheese and onion bap that looked delicious. Got some folks coming by with their doggy here. How y'all doing? Love dogs. Anyway, I've mentioned several times that I love to cook, and in some of my food videos I've mentioned that if you'd like to see me cook some of these British foods, I would, and I got 0 comments to that. Also, outside of the baps, or I mean outside of the Blanks that are food tasting videos, my food videos didn't do very good. And when I held a poll, the food was in, it finished last and got almost no votes for food reactions. So I love food. I'd like to do more of it, but it seems like the subscribers aren't that into it, which I do find weird, because one of my most popular reactions is to the Blanks, who I didn't realize at first, but they appear to be a food tasting channel. The great steak sauce is a British creation too. What's the British food I want to try the most? I don't know. You tell me, what British food should I want to try the most? There's probably so many things there I don't know about. I did do a reaction to parkin, which I quite enjoyed, and I think I will make, but I don't know. I guess I'd like to try that one. I'm getting down here closer and closer to where I'm heading. The street is quite large, but yeah, the food reactions don't do that great, because I'm gonna make some Yorkshire pudding. Somebody brought me. Glad you like dogs, they say. Somebody sent me a recipe for Yorkshire pudding, and it sure sounds good. Oh man, right here I am at my bench, and looks like there's some road construction over there, which is quite a bummer. Hopefully they're not going to be too loud. Yeah, this area is just covered in trees, as you can see. My favorite house I'm going to walk down to, my favorite house on this block that I just love to death. But where I'm heading is to this little park you can see behind me. I'm going to go over on one of these benches and sit down and chat with you. Yorkshire pudding and onion gravy. Toad in the hole. Well, tell me what that is. It's good. Yorkshire's lovely on a Sunday roast. You know, I just made roast last night. I don't know if you folks use crock pots or slow cookers like we do. Hope that's not too loud, that construction right there. I may have to find a different bench. But yeah, last night I put some potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, well, yesterday morning, into my crock pot. Slow cooked that all day, and it was delicious. We had it last night. When I say we, I haven't talked a whole lot. Told my whole with sausages and Yorkshire pudding. Okay, well that sounds great. I haven't talked a whole lot about who I live with. So this is my favorite house right here. But yeah, this house right here, if you can tell, it's got pink shutters, and it's just gorgeous. I really love this house. But if I owned it, what would I do with it, you know? I'm gonna tell you who I live with, and you'll see why. I mean, a house like that, or any of these homes, well, I gotta clean it. I already cleaned enough. Look at this house. It's wrapped for Christmas. It's got wreaths on all the windows and a big bow on one addition part of their house. Also a really cool house. And yeah, this one, the one that I love so much, I guess you saw, has a... So they're starting to decorate for Christmas. Don't forget to mash the like button, Sam says. It's totally free enough. Yeah. Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Yeah, smash the like button. They're starting to decorate for Christmas here. Now, this street in particular, my man made her Yorkshire in a large roasting tin. I got you. My nan, maybe it said. Oh, light's getting bad. So, yeah, they're getting ready to decorate here for Christmas. Is that something you folks like to do? I'm gonna walk down the side of this house for a minute before I go and hit that bench. Oh, there's a nice magnolia tree again. That bow could be a St. George's flag, maybe they're saying. I think that might have been a typo in there, but I'm trying to figure out what it meant. Yeah, it was a really big bow. These people have a lot of money. I'm walking down behind the large pink house that I showed you, because I don't know if I can, but yeah. So behind these houses, and they may not love this that I'm doing this, but I'm in a public space. So behind these houses, and that goes for each and every one of these houses on the street, is going to be basically another house. And that garage has a full second floor, and it's just as big as probably the house I live in. They got a nice little greenhouse too. That's the back of their house. That's their gates. So they're doing pretty well, whoever lives here. So I have a son. He's 20. His name is Sage. I have a few children, but Sage is 20. I raised him up alone since he was 4. I've had full custody of Sage. He's now in college, but he still lives with me, and that's it. It's just us two. Let's see, I'm about to be over to this bench. Hopefully the sun's going to be good enough. I'll try to get a nice view of something in the background, but I'm going to have a sit, because that was quite a little walk down Swiss Avenue. So just Sage and I live together. A little bit about my background story. I got married quite young. Hopefully you can see it's not too dark in here, is it? Yeah, it costs some money to live in that house for sure. You should have superstores with aisles that sell UK foods in America. You know, so close to me is a grocery store called Fiesta, which in Spanish means party. I think that's a weird name for a grocery store. But Fiesta is one of several Mexican grocery stores which I love to frequent. They have a great supply of all kinds of stuff, and I cook a lot of Mexican food. Now we can see the light is right. Okay, good. That's perfect. Fiesta has an international aisle, as some grocery stores don't. And they have food from, you know, not just Mexican food. They have all kinds of different international food choices. You know, I'm gonna be honest, there's not a lot of British food choices there. Maybe because in the US, Americans don't think of British food as something that is all that great. And I'm sorry about that. Certainly can't be true. But that may be why. So we do have, and I think I posted a picture on one of my videos. I'm not sure which one. It might have been the parking one, where we do have a place called British Emporium. So there's a few grocery / British goods stores in Dallas. That one I posted of, it's about 45 minutes away from me. It's not actually in the city of Dallas, it's in another city. Let me know, can you hear me okay, or should I move? Over there, they're pouring concrete. So hopefully that's not too loud. I tried to get as far away from it as I could. I love this little park. and come here with a good book sometimes. If you like to try some proper English food, they say, maybe look up Scott Ria, Old English Recipes. Okay, or is that Scott Ray? Anyway, I got married very young. I got married at 19, divorced at 35. My wife and I had children. I'm 56 now. Those children are all grown adults. I have grandchildren. They're wonderful. They all live over in Fort Worth. My daughters and sons from that marriage, great kids. We're very close. Several of them big fans of the UK as well. My son that lives at home with me that's 20, his name is Sage. He has all kinds of British memorabilia in his room. He's always been a fan. He knows more about British history than anybody I know. I mean, if you name a king, he can tell you the years, or a queen. If I need information about, oh, what happened here? What year was that? He knows off the top of his head. You show him a picture of most of the kings and queens, monarchs of England, he'll tell you who that is just from looking at them. Some I can, some I cannot. So that's who I live with. It's just us two and our cat Storm, black cat. You may have seen us in pictures. So that's a little bit about my life. And yeah, I think just Sage and I and that big mansion, it'd be a little too roomy. Says it's fine because from World War II. Okay, yeah, my son does take after me a little bit. He's a good kid. Excuse me. So I'm just sitting here now. I do have more reactions coming after the blanks in history. I'm going to be jumping into some TV and movies. I really like to post at least once every day. And y'all go ahead and ask me any questions on screen now if you want. I'm sitting still. I can see them pretty good and I'll answer. But I like to post places every day of, videos of places every day. And I usually get about 2 videos in a day. And when I'm doing the blanks, then it pretty much limits me to just a blanks video and video reaction to some place in the UK. I do have York coming up, Manchester, Leeds. Yeah, it's very sunny here today. It is gorgeous. Gonna get up to Scotland some more. I've got Devon coming. Oh, hi from Cambridge. I'll get there. I'll get to Cambridge for sure. But so when I'm doing the blanks, I only have the chance to do, one other video. I generally like to do 1 video per day of history. So, I mean, not history, but places. But as a mobile live stream, you might want to get a power bank for emergencies. I don't know how much I'll be going live. I want to see the King Radwall helmet found at Who did a beautiful Anglo-Saxon helmet. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. So when I do a blanks video, then I almost feel like I have to do a place in the UK. Although coming up soon, I think I'm going to do a day where I just do 1 history, 1 music and 1 television video that people have been asking for. So what British television should I react to? Someone mentioned commercials. Someone mentioned Blackadder, which I've seen and enjoy. Someone mentioned British panel TV. So yeah, let me know if I'm going to do some TV reactions. What do you suggest I react to British TV wise, or are any of those interesting ones to you? Jimmy Carr, okay. So I have seen Jimmy Carr. You should watch comedy stuff. Okay, Ben, thank you. Yeah, I've seen Jimmy Carr pops up. I've seen clips of Jimmy Carr. I've seen him on American Podcast as well. So are y'all big fans of Jimmy Carr there? Let me know. But I'm going to get also into some British music. Now, the thing about doing music and television is they're almost impossible to not get copyrighted. I'm still in the process right now of getting monetized, to be honest, waiting to get approved. So, right now I'm not monetized. But, TV and music I know is going to get copyrighted. I have to remove some of these music from the background videos, even though they don't make, they're not like, I don't know what they are. little soft background music, but if I leave those on videos, they get copyrighted. So I have to take them out, and then if they're crucial, I replace them with something else that doesn't get copyrighted. But yeah, let me know what British music do you think I should react to? What British TV? But yeah, I got the history of Britain in 20 minutes coming up pretty soon. And I'm a little leery about that because yes, most Americans don't know much about their own history, let alone British history. But I'm a big fan, and I feel like if you put down British history to 20 minutes, I don't know how fun it'll be to watch me react to that. It's a popular video, and I'm definitely have it coming in the next 2 or 3 days. When you become monetized, you may want to open up. Oh, I do not like PayPal. Yeah, not a big fan of PayPal, to be honest. They'll keep your money. They've done it to several people. They make up a reason, and they'll keep your money. Call me old-fashioned, Carol says, but I've always loved the music of Enya. Well, I don't hate Enya. Nothing wrong with that. My musical tastes are vast and varied. You might be surprised to know that I'm not a big fan of country music, even though I grew up in Texas. But today's popular country, I'm not a big fan of now. Of course, I love St. Willie Nelson, as we call him here in Texas. He's from here, and we're all big fans. And I love Johnny Cash and old country, but not a big fan of current country. But I do love all kinds of different country. If you want to check out band that I'm currently into, you can look up Lawrence, the band. I love Lawrence to death. You can look up Sammy Ray and the Friends. I love Sammy Ray and the Friends. You can find their videos on YouTube if you like exposing yourself to good new music. Yeah, well, you know, YouTube does take what they take. I'm not really in this for the money so much. That's why I haven't really even hurried up and tried to monetize. But yeah, let me know what kind of music you think I should react to, and what kind of British TV. Any other questions you folks want to ask about Wayne from Dallas, Texas? I'm trying to think of what else I have coming up. Do join us over on the community page. Helen had mentioned she wasn't able to post there, but I can't figure out why. Several of you have posted. I know you have to be a subscriber, but I know Helen is. Appreciate you trying, Helen. But yeah, I looked into it. I can't see anything that would stop you from posting, but I'd love to see pictures of where you're at. I'd love to see pictures of your holidays or the places you live, and certainly I'd love to see pictures of any of your pets, dogs, cats, or whatever they might be. I mean, right now there's just folks walking by with the dogs left and right. Only Fools and Horses is our greatest TV series ever if you want to give it a watch. Okay. Carol doesn't like country music either. Well, I'm in on that with you. Yeah, here comes a pup right now. Let me see if I can get. Yeah, go over to the community channel if you can. Oh, there's a squirrel behind me. And post up there. I'd love to see those. I love when people post up. See now, if you check out that pup is getting a drink from the water fountain, and that water. So down below, you see where that. On the ground, that water fountain has a doggy water fountain. You can see all the people walking by with the dogs. I love dogs. Okay, Sam's giving me a lot of tips about the YouTube algorithm. Do you post up there, Sam? Are you a reactor? Oh, Carol loves squirrels. I'll see if I can catch one now. Mostly around these parts of Texas, we have red squirrels. Occasionally you see gray squirrel. All kinds of squirrels in the U.S. Up north they got black squirrels, fox squirrels. I've traveled quite a bit. I've seen a ton of squirrels, all different kinds of squirrels. Queen, they're a good British band, sure. I mean, who doesn't know Queen? Again, I'll have to like blur anything from Queen. I'll have to stop it every so often, or they'll just get copyrighted. But I'm not afraid to do it. That's for sure. So yeah, join us on the community if you can. Carol, she still misses her dog. She's been gone now like 12 years. Well, you know, if you have any pictures and you want to post, I'd still love to see it. I've had a few pictures there. Like to see more of your town sometimes. Okay, well, the Grinch posted like to see more of the town. Well, you can go over to a video I posted yesterday where I walked over to Greenville Avenue, which is an area I frequent, and showed a little bit of that. It's really lovely here in this neighborhood. Let's see, Nathan. Hey, Nathan, always good to see you. Victoria Cross documentary is good. Okay. I might check that out. I haven't heard much about that. Don't know what that is. Excuse me, I haven't even had my full thing of coffee yet. And it probably looked pretty rough. I just rolled out of bed, headed out for some coffee and to do this live stream. Hope that noise isn't bothering you too much. I may walk away from here in a minute, start heading back. But, so what are you folks doing today? It looks like someone said they got some sunny weather. Did you get out and walk? How much do you have to drive there wherever you folks are? Like as the truck goes by, we have big trucks and big roads, and everybody loves their cars in the U.S. I'm an outsider in that I prefer to walk everywhere when I can. You know, I live in, I don't know what you know about Dallas, but Dallas has a city next door called Fort Worth, Texas. And Fort Worth is quite a large city on its own. And in between Dallas and Fort Worth, there are a bunch of other what we call suburbs. The major ones being Irving and Arlington, Texas. And then surrounding Dallas and Fort Worth is a million towns and cities, and the whole area is called the DFW, or Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Now, when you take the Metroplex together as one, it's actually the fourth largest metropolitan area in the U.S. Even though Dallas in itself is the third largest city in Texas, the DFW Metroplex falls behind the New York City Metroplex, the Los Angeles metro area, and the Chicago metro area, and then the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. And it's about to surpass the Chicago metro area. Tons of folks are moving to Texas. Texas is a good place for businesses, so these giant businesses keep moving to Texas. We don't have state income tax, we have low business tax, and that's what's making all these giant businesses move here. Tons of folks are moving to Austin, which is the state capital, but it's either the fourth or fifth largest city in Texas. Austin doesn't compare to Dallas, Houston, or San Antonio. It might be larger than El Paso, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, you got to start your day with a cuppa and some digestives. I think that I haven't had a digestive, to be honest. Although I probably could get one. We have graham crackers here, which I think might be similar. Graham cracker is what we use in the crust of, say, a cheesecake. It's going to have a graham cracker crust. Whereas I think in your cheesecakes, you probably have digestive biscuit crusts all crumpled up. But you can let me know. So yeah, Dallas-Fort Worth is just huge and growing. If you start on, say, the west side of Fort Worth, the farthest out reaches of the Metroplex, and drive to the far east reaches of the Metroplex, it's gonna take you 3, maybe 4 hours, depending on traffic, because traffic can be horrible, which is another reason why I like to walk and live in a walkable neighborhood. A lot of folks work downtown Dallas, but they'll drive an hour to work every morning to get outside the city. But when the city looks like this, and you can walk everywhere, I don't get it. Well, I do get it, prices. So, you know, you can drive an hour from here and the prices are half. The convenience of living here is, you know, I don't know. How much are they spending on gas and car wear and tear every single day? Some people drive 2 hours every day to work and then 2 hours home, and they're sitting in traffic. You know, how much does that take off your life? I don't go for that. Take the trains, I take the buses, and I drive when I need to. I do have a truck. I'm a painter by trade. I have to. I'm off for a few days. I paint houses and some commercial, and I'll often work sometimes 21 days in a row. Texas might be bigger than the UK. Public transportation is much more frequent in the UK. UK public trains alone. I couldn't read all that. Sometimes I work 20 days in a row and then I'll take a week off. That's what I'm doing right now. I've been working like crazy because I own my own business. I'll take a week off. Now, the comment about trains and public transportation in the US versus the UK. Now, we're spread out. So just trains to everywhere, it can't work. There's too many places where there'd be no place for a train to stop. They just can't connect well. So we don't have trains. I mean, you can take a train. You can take a train all the way across the U.S. It'll take you forever. It won't be very comfortable, and a lot of people don't do it. But in major cities like Dallas, I mean, the trains come every 5-10 minutes. The buses come every 10 minutes. You can get around on, in Chicago, in New York, in Dallas, in Houston, in all the major cities, public transportation is quite good. Now, if you want to go from Dallas to Houston, which is about 4 or 5 hour drive, depending on traffic, then no, there's no trains. There's no trains for that. Like I said, just they wouldn't get used. But public transportation in the cities is, it's great. Dallas public transportation is great. But if I want to take the train, say, to Oklahoma, which is just a couple hours away from me, yeah, there's no trains for that. And in the smaller towns, there's trains from Scotland to London, but I'm sure there's also places along the way where lots of folks can get on that train and wherever they're headed to, whereas in Texas, it just wouldn't be like that. I couldn't see all that. Some of that went away. But, there wouldn't be trains to Oklahoma or cities like Oklahoma City, which are much smaller. There wouldn't be trains here. Hi, how you doing, old puppy there? Hey, puppy. Folks are friendly in Texas. See, she saw me live streaming, but she gave me away, which is just considered cordial here in the South, and considered rude if you don't acknowledge someone. That's just the way people are here, which is nice. I've lived in areas where that's not true, and I understand why sometimes people don't do that. It's just a different way of looking at things. So I've never been to the U.S., been to Australia. I imagine that it's like U.S. Well, Australia has vast open places for sure. The English, Grinch asked me, do we have Christmas markets in our town? Somewhat. I'd say yes, but they're different than what I know about the ones there in Europe and in the UK. But yeah, we have them. I mean, everything gets turned into, it's the land of capitalism, and some things like that just become like money grabs. But so I'd say yes and no. We do, but I doubt they're as good. There's certain places that are real good, and some places that just aren't. So, it's a big area here. I love it. I can't wait to get to the UK, though. Do I have any Geordies on watching me? I've been invited to go check out Newcastle United at a local bar that supports that team. What's your team? Let me know. Some of you have. What kind of live is this? Okay, well, Void Butterfly is not enjoying my live. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. Sorry about that, Live Butterfly. But check out my channel if you want, and maybe you'll learn a little bit more about me and what I'm doing. Just an American doing reactions to the UK, and just talking about what's coming up on my channel a little bit. Anyway, I think I'll probably start heading back the other direction now. Finish off my coffee. But like I say, can't wait to get to the UK. I may go and watch some Newcastle United games at this bar that hosts the games there for fans, or There may be some other teams that have places like that around Dallas that I just haven't found yet. But yeah, I just love the UK. I can't wait to visit. The trip should be in about a year. I'm trying to work out some details. I have a couple opportunities that need to come complete to fruition. Have a great break, Gwen. Oh, well, thanks, Tommy Cat. U.S. does do family events together better than the U.K. Well, I don't know. I mean, we are close families. We like to have uh, days together. We do like to get together, especially in the South. Family's real important, and we do have shindigs. But I bet you folks do too, right? I'm sure you do. Yeah, love my family. But yeah, let me know if you have any video suggestions. Like I said, I can't wait to get to the UK. It's probably about a year off, which is going to give me plenty of time to continue to study. Can't please some people, Carol says. Well, that's okay. I don't mind. It's pretty hard to hurt my feelings. I don't consider myself good at this. So if you tell me I'm not good at this, I'm going to just agree. But yeah, so trying to work out a few details. I want my stay to be lengthy. I'm shooting for 3 months, and I've been offered well, it's not offered yet, but I'm working on this opportunity to do some freelance writing while I'm there, which will give me a contract to work in the UK and be able to get a working visa. All these are details I'm trying to work out that may or may not happen. And that's going to take some time, but I am so looking forward to it. Can't wait to get to some of the areas I've already seen and some of the areas I haven't seen. It's been a lifelong affair I've had with the UK ever since I was a kid. I think the start of it was English writers and authors that I loved. See, doing well there. Okay, well, thanks, Sam. And then fascinated by the Tower of London as a kid. It may not be that fascinating to you, but it seemed, my imagination made it seem like, oh my gosh, this happened there and that happened there, and ooh, it's a tower. I don't know why when you're little, things like that catch your imagination. And even in learning about the Revolutionary War when I was little, you know, this might be akin to say you don't know anything about sports and you got to pick a team and you just pick the uniform you like. I saw those red coats and I saw what we were wearing and I thought, whoa, man, those red coats are cool. And so I think that started my fascination as well. So it's been just a lifelong love affair. I've got a lot of English background in my heritage on both sides of my parents' sides. I noticed someone, do you have any castles in America? I'll answer that in a question. I noticed someone in my comments with the last name Miller, and well, that's not my last name, but it is a family name. It was my great grandparents on my mom's dad's side were the Millers, and my grandfather's middle name was then Miller, and my older brother's middle name was also Miller, and then he named his firstborn son's first name Miller. So a lot of Millers going around, but let's see. Okay, so about castles. Americans are too competitive regarding sports. Still a lot of fisticuffs. Really? Well, now, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe I get the wrong news, but I hear about a lot of rowdy football fans in the UK and fights breaking out. And that generally doesn't happen at NFL games. Not usually. But I may be getting some bad news that it doesn't happen too much there either. But I just have heard that things can get really, 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 really rough at some UK football matches. Generally in the US, unless you get some stupid fan that's drank too much, there aren't too many fights that break out. It's mostly good-natured ribbing. Now, I'm not a fan of the NFL. That may surprise you. The Dallas Cowboys are big here. Everyone loves them. I don't watch the NFL. My favorite sport is cycling. I grew up playing tennis, and occasionally watch golf. Grew up playing baseball, but by far cycling's my favorite sport, and I don't watch the NFL. But I might get into real football. Anyway, do we have castles here? No, there's not castles here, although there is in California. Oh, cricket, someone mentions. In California, the William Randolph Hearst, who was a newspaper magnate, owned most of the newspapers in the U.S. at one point, built a castle. It's called Hearst Castle. You can go and visit it still. It's in California. Pretty popular tourist attraction, but not a real castle. So, no. We have White Castle, which is a fast food chain. The burgers are not good, but it's popular. So no, we don't have castles here. So I might get into watching some football there from your country. I might check out cricket. I did a poll asking if I should respond to British sports, and surprisingly, it didn't fare very well. It's over on my community channel or community tab. You can check that out. But yeah, most people did not vote for sports. But I wouldn't mind watching this. Yes, that's right. Citizen Kane, based on William Randolph Hearst. Good on you. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you, Mary. She likes my mumbly drawl. I appreciate that. But yeah, Citizen Kane is definitely, because some consider, at least in the U.S., it often makes the tops of food truck going by honking at the workers there. Usually is placed at number one, greatest movie of all time. Not my favorite. More of a Casablanca fan. But Citizen Kane is based on William Randolph Hearst and Rosebud, the final line. It's got quiet here. They stopped working a little bit, maybe because that food truck came by and honked and stopped, and they're all headed over to get a bite. Let's see, what else? Any other questions, or should I just let y'all go? It's been about an hour, which is what I thought I'd probably do a live stream of. Appreciate everybody coming on and watching and commenting. But before I go, any other questions or thoughts? Oh yeah, Godfather's good film. Mary, nice compliment. I appreciate you folks watching. Now, my mumbly drawl has plagued me all my life. It's not the first time I heard that. Someone commented on that on my channel, but I've often been told to speak up. I've often been told to enunciate better and to open my mouth, and then I mumble too much. And my parents, my mom especially, is always saying "what" to me. And, I just guess that's just how I grew up. The accent that I have, I don't know where it came from, but I'm not offended. I try to do better. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I slip back into my mumbly drawl, but probably not the best for YouTube. But what can I say? It is what it is. It says you might want to look up Nightbot on Google. It's automatic moderation. Okay, Sam's full of the hint. Helps. Okay, bye for now, Mary. Thank you so much. Someone new to my channel says don't listen to what other folks say, but I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much, and tomorrow morning, check out Liverpool, will you? And let's see, I think I also have the Blanks video coming, so... Oh, before I sign, Brando mumbles, and he's the greatest actor. Well, that's quite a compliment. Thank you so much, and everybody just take care. It usually takes me a minute to figure out how to sign off. But y'all have a great day.